following program is a production of Ho'ike Kauai Community Media.
Aloha and welcome to Talkin' Trash. I'm Max Richardson.
And I'm Allison Frilley.
And today we're getting ready for the most wonderful time of the year. Well, Allison, welcome. Thanks for coming back on the show. I'm glad we're doing another episode.
Yeah,
and
me
a
too.
Christmas episode.
Yeah,
That's exciting. I didn't even think of doing this.
'Tis the season.
It was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a new public information officer, right? That's
Yes.
the mastermind behind this brilliant idea.
Yeah. Erica Byer, she had the idea of having a Christmas show, which is really important. And usually I think of that stuff kind of late. And so I'm glad we thought of it early to be able to produce the show and everything, to give the tips.
Because I wouldn't have thought of it actually at all.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what, it's a small island that we live on, but Erica is actually my mentor. So she taught me how to produce television shows, and that's, foundationally, that's the reason why this show exists. So
that's wonderful. It's
how
full
lovely.
circle. And then also I'm excited to have Erica because within the whole state of Hawaii, there is no public information officer that's completely dedicated to solid waste. And, we talk to all the islands and learn all their challenges, and we all need public education, promotion, assistance, like getting the word out and continuing to educate people. It's so needed. And so I'm super excited to have this happening now. Yeah,
no, it's wonderful. And it's wild because, at least on Kauai, solid waste is one of the more public facing, it's a big deal, and it's something that people are concerned about, and it's something that people have questions about. And you guys talk to the public a lot. So, what did you guys do before you had a PIO?
Well, we've been doing it forever, and it's just trying to figure things out. But now I feel like we can get ahead of things instead of always reacting.
And that's a really nice luxury to have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Presents, trees, and big old fat turkeys are a big part of what makes the holiday season special. But the remnants of all that cheer can be a big burden on our landfill if we don't handle them properly.
Yeah, that's right. So all those gifts come in packages, and then there's leftover food and that doesn't get eaten, and then decorations that maybe would get thrown away. So this is all stuff that will be in the landfill in the new year if we aren't careful.
Definitely something worth talking about. But before we jump in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and follow Ho'ike on YouTube. Stay informed, stay connected, and enjoy the stories that make Kauai special. Okay, Allison, I want to start off by asking you about one of the most important issues regarding trash on our island, and actually the inspiration for the show concept to begin with, the status of our landfill. We've talked about it before. We actually talk about it a lot off camera, but can you give me a brief update of what's going on?
Yeah, so the update for this show is that 2 years ago, we studied the landfill in Kaua to see if we could make it taller. We found out that we can safely add 50 feet to the Mauka side of the landfill. And this will give us enough space to keep using it for 3 more years before it gets full. When we call this expansion the Phase 2 vertical expansion. So right now, the Department of Health is finalizing the permit for this expansion. We're also looking for a new place to build a landfill, a brand new one. The problem is finding a site, creating a suitable road access, and constructing that new landfill with all of the components like a specialized liner. It takes at least 8 to 10 years to do that. So we have this gap period between when Kaua is expected to fill up with that vertical expansion, and that would be in 2030, and when we would be able to have a brand new landfill ready to go. And that gap in that time frame would need another expansion. It's a Cell 3 expansion at Kaua. It would be built above Phase 1 of the landfill on the Makai side of the landfill. So we're taking the steps we need to take to get approval for Step 3. So we've already created a preliminary design, and now we're starting a detailed environmental study. It's called an EIS, and that would make sure that the project is safe for the land, the water, and the community, and then the community would have input on the process.
And EIS, that's Environmental Impact Study, right?
Yes.
Or Impact Survey.
Statement. Environmental Impact Statement.
Environmental impact something.
Yes. And we're doing that process. And, that process can be lengthy because you publish it and then people give input and then you republish it and make sure everybody's good.
Yeah. I used to cover the county council meetings. I still do sometimes. And you'll just like meetings over and over again in a row, you'll hear about the same EIS again and again and again and again. Cause like, we don't like this part or like, where they're doing this or that. So it can be.
There's a lot to flesh out during that process. And that, it's a good process. And then, so cell 3, hopefully will get underway in the next couple of years and it will provide capacity until we have a new landfill.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good that there's a little light in the tunnel there. That's nice.
We have a pathway moving forward on that.
And we just have to find a new site. But I have confidence that we can do that. And especially because when I say we, I don't mean me. I'm not going to have anything to do with it.
We, the island of Kauai.
Yes. All right. Well, so that was, there's some good news in there. There's some worrying stuff, but it's nothing new. It's stuff that we all knew, and that's why we made the show in the first place. But there's, we've gotten out, so that's great. Another great thing, I was going to say on the lighter side, but that's already light news. So on the even lighter side, one of the best traditions this time of year is people get each other gifts.
Yeah.
And so I got you something.
Aww.
I see you got me something too. So why don't we open up our gifts? So
do you want to open mine first?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah.
That means it's probably something cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, tissue paper. Thank you so much.
Well, that's part of it,
Oh, super cool.
Okay, so it is rosemary vinegar. And that has many uses. You can use it for marinating. You can use it on salads. I've read that it can also be a good hair rinse. Ooh. It can be used for cleaner. So you can Google it after the show and find the ways. But this is, gift within a gift is that this is I love these mason jars. I even use them to drink out of. And this is a really cool plastic cover that doesn't corrode and it lasts forever. I know plastic isn't great, but this is a good plastic
durable
item.
Plastic.
It's durable. Yeah. And it fits on it's a universal fit. So it fits on the smaller mouth mason jars. They have the wide mouth ones too. I love these.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. And I like a true, which this is a true ball mason jar.
Yes.
Hashtag not sponsored. It has, markings and stuff on it. So this is a very useful jar even after the vinegar is depleted. And so I had no idea this was actually, when I took it out of the bag, a usable substance. I thought this was just like a water plant, like people have air plants.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool. I'm going to put this on my desk. But actually now that it's something I can use. You have to
steep it for like a month or something. So I just started it a couple days ago. So you can enjoy it as a visual for a while and then use it. Super
cool. Yeah. So it's just white vinegar with like some basil.
Yeah, it's
or rosemary. I mean,
yes,
rosemary in it.
Sprigs. Yeah, that's how easy it is to make. I love the homemade gifts and to give people things they can use.
That's great. Well, I got you. I made you a homemade gift as well.
Okay.
But then I also thought that I only had time to make one. I was going to make you a bunch of the same thing.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of insubstantial.
I need more than one of these big things.
So I bought, I made you one thing and then I ran out of time, so I bought you something.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like what I do at home, which I drive all my family members crazy. I'm going to carefully unwrap this.
Okay.
Because this has a lot of paper and this looks like it's, in pretty good shape. Well, if I could just do it, I don't want to be too crazy. Okay, see how much paper that can be reused for a smaller gift.
And so
I will keep that there.
And I actually had a question about wrapping paper too, but we can.
Yeah, we'll talk more about wrapping later. Okay,
so this is an old T-shirt that I upcycled into a reusable bag.
Oh, you did? Oh my God, it's a bag? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I have if you want,
modal nodes.
Can prove that I made it myself. But I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan or not.
Oh.
But I am. So it's the guys from the, when they go in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like that.
I recently went to to Disneyland and the Star Wars. What is it called? The Galaxy's Edge. And I went to the bar. They now have drinks at Disneyland. Yeah. And they had all these crazy drinks, and they were super expensive, and but they were good. It was fun. It was super fun.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go there, but yeah. So I grew out of this T-shirt. It doesn't fit me anymore. But I know that you like your rock and roll.
Yes, I do.
And this is like that band, that Star Wars band, but like as if it was a rock and roll like tour T-shirt. Like it has tour dates on the back, but they're all planets. And then I made it into a bag because it doesn't fit on my body
when did
anymore.
They tour? They don't have dates.
Yeah, they're not a real band. It's just like a fun.
No, I know. But
yeah, it just has the names of all the planets.
Future.
And then I wanted to prove that I made this myself. So
you're actually sewing it.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Okay, but there's more.
And then I thought, what else should I get? And I thought I should get her some eggnog. And then I thought about that harder, and I thought, no, eggnog would be a terrible gift to like wrap and put under the tree because it would be cheese by the time they
and stuff. This will last.
But I was like, but you know what? How about whiskey to put in the eggnog? Oh, that's
so nice! Wow, you didn't have to give me such a fancy gift. Thank you.
Well, I mean, and I also thought, well, how do I make whiskey fit with the theme of sustainability?
Yeah.
But, one that comes in a nice glass bottle.
It's beautiful.
In a nice boxboard box.
Yes, thank you.
So you can reuse or recycle the bottle afterwards.
Can I start drinking it now?
Yeah, go for it.
Just kidding. But I wanted to talk about what the gift wrap that I brought because, it's nothing fancy, but this is an example of this bag was actually given to me by a neighbor that gave me some cookies or something. So it's not even a Christmas bag, but look, it's green.
Yeah.
So it can be used as for Christmas, and same with this one. So I have this thing going at my house where anytime anybody gets a gift bag, it's like put into a special drawer and it's used forever.
And then what about because I, when I get a wrapped package like this one, I am a little more barbaric than you. I like to shred it, Is this, I mean, so obviously this is paper.
Yes.
But this is like different paper than the like brown or white paper that we're used to. Is this recyclable the same way? Can I throw this in the mixed paper bin?
You can. So this is like a magazine, and we accept magazines in the mixed paper bin. Okay. So it's, a little bit glossy. That's okay. But there are certain wrapping papers that are, have like gold and things. Yeah,
like the foil ones.
Yeah, foily one. I don't think you should do that because it's not paper. Yeah, something that really obviously isn't paper, I wouldn't put in there. And then also, brights are a problem as long as we're just talking about paper recycling, like neon. That's really not good either.
Really?
Yeah, or black construction paper. Believe it or not, these are such minute details. Yeah, it has a lot of ink or dye or whatever it is. So there are, problems with that kind of stuff. And if anybody has questions, they can just call our office and we can give them the guidelines. But, when this really comes up is we've had teachers that save crafts from their students, and they're not supposed to, schools can't use the recycling bins, but maybe some teachers have stuff from their classroom that they feel like it's theirs or whatever, and they're throwing away or recycling all this stuff that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, colored construction paper.
You can have a certain amount of contamination is what they call it, but if it's too much, it's just like,
and then they just would reject the whole bale, right?
If they could. Too much. They could. And saving these too. Important.
Yeah. I mean, that's very useful, and I guess it would be very wasteful to throw it out because this is like 4 feet of ribbon that literally got tied around that box. That's it. It came off the spool, got tied around the box. So and now I also have 12 more feet of it on a spool at my desk. So honestly, that I'll probably use to wrap gifts. But if I didn't, I would want to find another use for it besides just like, it was a prop for the show and now I'm going to throw it away.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that would be bad. And then this tissue paper, obviously this is recyclable, right? But it's
reusable.
Reusable too.
Yeah, reuse it first.
So you can use it to wrap another gift.
Yeah, that's what I did. Because look, it's not perfect,
I see,
right?
Yeah,
but it was the bottom.
But its purpose is to be just discard it as soon as
Yes.
so it's fine if it's wrinkly or whatever.
Yeah.
And the beauty of the magic of television is that actually, as we're recording this, it's mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
So I can reuse, you or whoever keeps the stuff can reuse it to wrap Christmas gifts because like I haven't started wrapping my Christmas gifts for my family yet. So
Perfect.
all right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
I will put this on my desk so that I can look at it. And then when it's ripe, I'll look into how I can use it.
Yeah.
And I'll use it
There's
up.
lots of ways.
And then I'll have this nice jar to drink out of.
Yeah.
I was just thinking I need some new glassware at home. My cups I have plastic cups and they're about ready to be done, which, I shouldn't have bought them in the first place, plastic. But I can use them for painting or something. Yeah.
That's a good idea too.
I paint little miniature models, so plastic cup would be good.
Yeah.
For washing brushes. So we know the holidays produce a lot of different kinds of waste, but let's start with the food. Is there any way to keep that turkey carcass out of the landfill? Like, can you compost a turkey carcass?
Well, I mean, it depends. I would say I wouldn't compost it at home. But what you can do with a turkey carcass is you can make broth out of it. Bone broth is all the rage these days. Or you can do make a turkey soup or something like that. So that's a good way to get the most out of the turkey carcass. But there's also a lot of other food that you really get. There's just more food in the holidays, right?
Yeah.
You're hosting, you're celebrating, you're making things for the office or whatever.
Like a big 55-gallon drum of green bean casserole.
Yeah.
You're going to get sick of it before you're out of it.
Yeah. So, even when you're prepping, it's possible that you might forget stuff that's in your refrigerator. So there are these tricks that people can use where they're pulling things, they actually coordinate their refrigerator so that things that are going to expire, especially like produce and things like that, are pulled to the front so you can see them. You can date things. You can remind yourself that you have something that you need to use up.
Yeah, FIFO, they call that. First in, first out. I used to work in the grocery section at Target.
There you go.
A long time ago, before I was a big shot TV producer. And you had to do that whenever the milk truck came. You had to take all the milk in the fridge out.
Yeah.
Put all the newer milk in.
Rotate
and then put the
your
old
product.
stuff in. So that way people would buy.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have spoilage.
Yeah. And we don't want that. And so that's really important to do. And, to think about portion size before you're making these things. Another thing is just when you're shopping is to always have or first go through your cabinets and look what you have. You don't want to buy something if you already have it. Yeah. And people don't do that a lot, really kind of coordinating your shopping and making sure that you're not wasteful in that sense as well.
Yeah. And that's when that happens, that's always embarrassing because it's a waste of money, but two, now it's a waste of food, right?
Yeah.
Something's going to go bad.
Resources, and a lot of resources go into food. So that's important, is to really think about how you can limit waste during the holidays.
Yeah. So how about we're keeping on the subject of holiday foods, right? Like turkeys and geese. Does anybody eat a Christmas goose anymore? I don't know. But those big aluminum trays, those chafing dish things that you a lot of times you cook ham and turkey and stuff like that in. Is that recyclable? Because it's aluminum.
It is recyclable. Yay! Okay. So we accept them in the Kauai Recycles drop bins. So there's 8 locations throughout Kauai, and but they do need to be washed, right? And so that's something that people are like, they're just don't want to go through the hassle, and they should just soak them, guys, and wash them. Depending on what you're making too, you can put parchment paper on the bottom if it's a baked item, for easier cleanup.
Yeah.
And parchment paper is safe. It's not wax paper. You can still eat the food. And same with aluminum foil is also recyclable. Just make sure that you don't have food waste on it. Just rinse it off.
Yeah. And you can just, if you don't want to do it in your sink, you can just take it outside and shoot it with a hose.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And then for those trays, aluminum trays, the best thing is to reuse them. Continue to reuse them until you can't reuse them again. Don't just use them once and recycle them. It's keep them and reuse them. So you don't have to buy them again too.
Reduce, then reuse, then recycle. Yeah. So think about using a glass thing first maybe, and then that would reduce the amount of...
Yeah, so a real... container instead of a
Pyrex casserole dish or whatever, and hashtag not sponsored.
That's the best.
But and then you can reuse it if you do need those aluminum chafing dishes, and then your final option is to recycle. All right, now, okay, here's a question I know is actually going to be on a lot of people's minds this holiday season. What about fruitcake? When somebody gives me a fruitcake, can I just chuck that in the compost bin?
Well, first you want to use it as a doorstop.
Okay, yeah. Oh, we can upcycle.
It's a reusing, yeah. But yeah, no, that's fine because it's, it doesn't have any meat, bones, or dairy are usually the things people say, oh, the composting bins are vegan. People like to say, you can have a certain amount of that stuff, but just not a lot. But fruitcake, I think, qualifies as something that's a vegan product. Well, it might have an egg in there, but I think we're okay.
Soft vegan.
Yes.
So is it, you can't, meat and dairy and stuff, is it like the putrefaction messes up the composting process? Especially
bones, I think they're harder to break down. But if it's very smelly, we just don't want it to be like a rodent attractant, bug attractant, smelly, and just, it's way better if you don't put those things in there.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. You know what I just thought? You know what you don't see a lot of on this island is garbage disposals.
Yeah.
I don't have garbage disposal in my house.
Yeah, garbage disposals are problematic too because it messes with the wastewater system. And our wastewater system has a lot of issues.
Oh, yeah.
And so we don't, like in other communities, they might say, oh, yeah, just get a garbage disposal. Then you don't have to deal with your food waste. But here we don't promote that. Yeah. Wastewater would be mad at us.
That's true. That's true.
And we like them, so we don't want to do that.
Probably can't support all the ground up bones and stuff in there. All right. So what are some gifts that we should avoid this year? Like stuff that, there's environmental considerations of giving this gift to someone.
First of all, I think people should avoid one-time use gifts, things that are, products that aren't durable, products that are just like disposable products that are cheap and crappy, So I would say that would be the first thing. And then thinking about like environmental impact, there are now at this point, the whole state of Hawaii is having an issue with lithium ion batteries that are large batteries. Like we do have recycling options for lithium ion batteries. These are rechargeable battery items that are 4 pounds or less. We accept them at the Kauai Resource Center and also Home Depot accepts them. But things like an e-bike battery, those are problematic. And so something that has a very large battery, more than 4 pounds, we've had difficulty managing them. And if there was an alternative product, like a regular bicycle, let's say, like a really nice bicycle.
Like a pedal-powered bicycle.
Yeah, and that's good exercise too. Yeah. So I would recommend, nothing against e-bikes, but just managing that waste is very difficult.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sense. And lithium batteries are a huge hazard too. So if you don't have anything good to do with them, then it becomes a big problem. They're a big fire hazard. All right, what other ways can people reduce waste during the holidays?
Well, something that I like to give people, or that I recommend, is giving an experience instead of a thing. Because we have a lot of things, but like experiences are so valuable. So things like a gym membership or a concert tickets or, things that people can have those experiences and cherish them. Going out to dinner or a gift card for, their favorite restaurant or things like that.
Or maybe a gift certificate since they're paper.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Those plastic gift cards, like, oh my goodness. But
no, I actually, she doesn't watch the show, so it's safe. But my Hanai niece, she just is turning 16 in December. And I was going to get her make her a little coupon on Canva for like one free tune-up at Uncle Max's auto service.
Yeah, yeah. Those things that you can do yourself too. When I was a kid, I used to give my parents like homemade certificates to do things for them. And that was always really fun.
That's cool. Yeah, that's super adorable, actually. All right. So we are one of the brilliant ideas that your new public information officer has had is a mailbag, which is something that I've actually wanted to do for a long time. That's why I always put my email at the bottom of the screen and say, send me your questions. Oh. But it's like getting the ball rolling is really hard. Yeah. But, Erica has, you got a problem, Erica's got the answer. So she has wrangled up some questions for us and we can do a mailbag segment.
Yeah, sure. Sounds great.
So let's read some questions. Lonnie in Hanapepe asks,
I'm getting my husband a new bike for Christmas to replace his old rusted bike that's been sitting outside for years. How do I recycle the old one?
So bikes are mainly made from metal, and so they can be recycled with scrap metal. And we recommend people take scrap metal to Puhi Metals. When you're going through Lahui, it's a one-stop shop. We take electronic waste there as well as scrap metal and appliances too. And so you could take all of that stuff to Puhi Metals. If you are living on the North Shore, you can take it to the Hanalei transfer station. We do have a scrap metal pile there. And then in Hanapepe, we have a scrap metal pile there too.
Okay, perfect. At the Hanapepe transfer station?
Yeah.
Which is perfect because this Lonnie is
she's
lives
from
in
Hanapepe.
Hanapepe.
I should have looked at that.
That's where you'd want to go, Lonnie, is probably to the Hanapepe transfer station.
Yeah.
Yes. Chuck them in the scrap metal pile.
There you go.
All right. I was going to suggest, do you want to alternate reading questions? But I don't know the answers to any of these questions. So I'll just read them and you answer them. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Dale in Kapahi asks, what should I do with my Christmas tree after Christmas is over? This is something I actually wonder too. That's a good question. So.
Well, first of all, if it's a fake tree, forget about it. Just reuse it, right?
Yeah.
But, if it's a real Christmas tree, the first thing is you make sure that everything is off of the tree. You don't leave ornaments or tinsel. If it has flocking on it, you really can't recycle it. So if you're spraying it with
fake snow
stuff, don't do that. It's just that the tree is a natural tree. And so go ahead and get everything off of it, and then you can take it to any of the transfer station green waste sites. We accept them. We don't have a limit because it's a tree, so we'll go ahead and take them. And then also Kauai Nursery and Kauai Landscape and Nursery, they're in Puhi right on the highway there, and they provide a spot where you can drop them really conveniently around Christmas time. And we send out a news release every year to remind people about that.
Cool. Yeah. And where would people see that news release?
It's on the county, but it comes out through the county website. And so if you sign up for news releases, they'll come straight to your email. Okay. Otherwise, you can go on the county site to see it.
And info for how to do that, a URL will be on your screen. So you can just follow the link and sign up for the county's newsletter. Kevin in Wailua. So Kevin, I guess you're my neighbor. So hi, neighbor. Kevin in Wailua says, I received a new laptop last year for Christmas. I still have the old one sitting in a closet. It works, but the technology is obsolete, so I can't resell it. Can I throw it in the trash?
We do have a very convenient program. It's open 6 days a week at the Puhi Metals Recycling Center. And, electronics is one of those things that people do think about. Hopefully, they do have a battery in there. They have some really toxic elements, and they also have valuable elements. So we really are hoping that people will take their items to Puhi Metals and properly recycle those.
Yeah.
And so they're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 3. And so, hopefully people will do that.
Yeah. And we do that at Hoike. We get, video technology evolves quickly. We get new cameras, we get new computers, and then we throw all the old ones in the back of my car and I drive them down to Puhi Metals because nobody else wants to make the drive. So.
And it's free. It's free to businesses too, which is great.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think a lot of people don't realize how many different chemicals and substances are in a computer, but a lot of them are bad. And like you said, a lot of them are valuable and are worth reclaiming. That's it for our mailbag. And that's our show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you in February. We're going to take January off for the holidays. But tune in February and we'll talk more trash. Allison, thanks again so much for coming in.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's good to see you as always. And Erica, you can't see Erica, but she's right there off camera. Thank you. I'm so glad you're part of the show now.
Yay.
It's already helping tons. So until next time, stay trashy, folks. Aloha.
Allegra Gaines is Ho'ike's president and CEO, while Lego Sameta is the administrative assistant. Smita Narong handles production and education services. Max Richardson also handles production, but IT services as well. Trisha Allen is Ho'ike's news and events producer, and Olivia Franco is our county producer and social media manager.